Hi, I'm Makai. Today I wanted to talk about 5-ish people that inspire me to learn languages and who hopefully you can find some inspiration from too. And if not, I'm sorry I wasted your time. The first person I want to talk about is Benny Lewis. Blogger, YouTuber, author, lots of stuff, a real polyglot, not a fake one, like some people. Alright, so I've wanted to learn French for a long time, but the most I've done is download Duolingo, did a couple of the lessons every now and again, and that's it. I thought I had the third thing. This most recent time, I finally decided to take it seriously and come up with a proper plan through my extensive research. The first person I came across was Benny. Alright, it is through his blog, Fluent in 3 Months, and ultimately his book, Language Hacking French, where I learn all kinds of tips on how to hone my strategy for learning languages. I'll link to some articles and stuff down below, so you can have a gander, or a goslin, I don't know. N'importe quoi. See? I am learning French. I know like one phrase. Je ne le connais plus. Sauf pour cela. Et cela. Et cela. The number 2 on my list are actually 2 people, Damon and Jo. I've counted them as one because they have a YouTube channel together, they travel together, and they kinda look alike. Let's say they're twins for the purposes of my spurious reasoning. These guys are pretty much living my life, aka the life I want to live. I think they just like travel and just make videos. I think that's all they do. But jealousy aside, that's not the reason they're on my list. Of course, it's because they speak multiple languages. And, this one's a shocker, they seem to be having fun with it. There's a perception that learning languages is just hard work and long and arduous and blah. But it doesn't have to be. It is time consuming, I'm not gonna lie, but that doesn't mean it can't be fun, and Damon and Jo successfully conveys that notion. Their YouTube channel has many videos about travel and other fun bits and pieces, but the ones I watch the most are the ones where they give advice on learning French. They give you tips on how to sound more colloquial and natural when you're speaking French, and they do it in a bouncy and bubbly way. Leading me to my final point. If you are of a slightly moodier disposition, then Damon and Jo might be a little too sunny and saccharine for you. Maybe. But check them out and let me know what you think in the comments section. The third person on my list is the British comedian Eddie Izzard. As it turns out, he's a massive advocate for language learning. And one thing I like about him is that he doesn't constrain himself to performing just in English. He has done entire shows purely in French. And I think he's going to attempt German as well, and some other languages which I've forgotten now. If you want to get a glimpse of that, then watch his 1999 show, Dress to Kill. Or watch this clip of his 1999 show, Dress to Kill. He spends a good 5 minutes telling jokes in French to an English speaking audience, and it's still hilarious. Links down below. Also, I find it easier to understand people that speak French as a second or third language as opposed to native speakers, most likely because they're more conscious of their accent and they speak slower, and they're not using so many colloquialisms and contractions that make listening comprehension way harder. Way harder. Alright, so Steve Kaufmann is the number 4 on my list, and here's why. In the excitement of learning a language, you can get caught up in the fun of it all, and there's a tendency to just coast. You pretty much just download, memorize, and do a couple lessons, and you're like, I know how to say cat now! When really, a lot more thought has to go into the process so that you can make the most progress. For me, Steve is a kind of voice of reason. He's the founder of a language learning platform called Link, but he also makes YouTube videos theorizing and ruminating on the process of language learning and gives some tips along the way. Because he's so analytical and thoughtful in his presentation, his videos encourage me to think about language learning on a deeper level. What is the best way for me to learn? Why am I doing this? What does it mean to be fluent? Etc, etc, etc. I don't always agree with his conclusions, but that's not the point. His videos pose questions that I wouldn't have necessarily considered at this stage of my language learning journey, but that are ultimately enlightening and make me a more efficient language learner. I hope. But let me know what you think. My 5th and final pick is the hyperpolyglot Timothy Donor. Yes, hyperpolyglot. That's somebody who knows 12 languages or more. I didn't even know the word before I discovered Tim. Just the very existence of this kid is helping me to boost my vocabulary. which is now very big and good. I think he speaks like 20 languages, and most of them he learned at like 16. However, that is not why he's on my list. It's his attitude to language learning which is most inspirational. In his TED Talks video, Breaking the Language Barrier, he speaks about his motivation to learning. And spoiler alert, it's communication. He learns languages to actually speak to other people and gain greater insights into cultures that are completely different from his own. He's not just learning languages to impress strangers about how many different ways he can say hello. Bonjour, konnichiwa, guten tag, hello, hi, howdy. Alright, those last three were all English, but you see my point, right? You see where I'm going with this, right? Oh, ciao! I remembered another one. Or is that goodbye? Anyway, I'm done now. You can find links in the description to all the people I've mentioned in this video. Also, I've put a playlist together for you to watch at your leisure, Ideas Odd reference. Watch the link. Subscribe, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and à la prochaine. That means bye. Au revoir.